gonna rest after this fight? We rested before the fight.
Make every strike count.
He's a big boy.
The light take you.
Now he's teeny tiny. It just made him extremely hard to hit, though. Still hits pretty damn hard, though. Yeah, we made him harder to hit.
Into the fray.
I got this.
No mercy for the wicked.
That'll do, pig. Disable the trap first. Let's go up here and destroy the obelisk. Probably going to reboot the game because those firewalls just pretty devastating on the lag of the game. So yeah, let's do that. Let's reboot. Teachy is the smallest. What is Teachy? Bugs are Teachy. Okay. So like little swarms. Regular bugs. So the swarms are bigger than regular bugs. Okay then.
Beautiful.
Okay. So what was this one you said before? 4, 3. I don't fucking remember. 4, 3, 6, 5. All right. another mask. Deadly rays. Okay. Nice. And more armor for her.
I found something.
Yes, you did.
Did I fail?
You did.
I think I did it.
Cecily. Who are you? Another torturer? Who are you? My name is Cecily Mantio. I was a warrior of the Order of the Burning Fist for the glory of our goddess, Sarenrae. We fought the evil and lost. Our unit, under command of my beloved, a knight by the name of Kestaglir, was ambushed. We broke into the Ivory Labyrinth, but then we went so far in we couldn't pull back. Kestaglir, our brave leader, betrayed us, having fallen under Baphomet's spells. Before my eyes, the Lord of Beasts took his life and turned him into a dead knight, his loyal slave. All the others were thrown into cells. For years and years they tortured me, till I managed to put an end to it myself. I cut my life short, slipped away from the executioner's grasp, but I sullied myself in the eyes of the Dawnflower. I am a sinner. Cecily's hand is holding a sharpened shard of a bronze bowl. She's clutching it so tightly that the edge sliced the skin on her palm, cutting deep into the flesh. You were in pain, but your goddess didn't help you. Then you found a way to end your pain, and she punished you for it. Why do people call her a good goddess? Paladin's oath is not a paper contract, it's written in their soul. To break it is to betray yourself, and the Oathbreaker's punishment firstly comes from within, not from their deity. I don't know why I'm trying to hammer it into you for the umpteenth time. I should probably give up. I'm not your enemy. How can I help? I don't trust you. I mustn't. This place is full of liars, but you're different. If you truly aren't the enemy, help me. My soul has been stained by suicide, but it still holds a spark of light. I'm willing to give it up to atone for the evil that was committed because of my negligence. My husband's blade, Dawnflower's kiss, was taken by the demons. It's a holy relic, and defiling it is a grave sin. If you rip it from their clutches, you can try to purify it by the light that even Baphomet couldn't take from me. Perhaps then, my lady will have mercy on me and accept my wretched soul. What kind of blade is it? As the radiant Sarenrae was battling Rovagug, a grand rift appeared on Galarian, and flaming stone fragments filled with the Dawnflower's might flew out and scattered across the land. They turned into magnificent blades, shining bright, smiting evil and darkness. One of these great treasures was entrusted to my beloved Kestaglir. In losing it, we have disgraced ourselves. Where should I look for it? A Merilith by the name of Viscus. The warden of this prison took it with her. I'm sure she's been using it to commit despicable sins. We'll find it. I'll be praying for your success. Perhaps my Lady Sarenrae will listen to the pleas of wicked sinners such as I. Hey! How you doing, Puffin? Sir? Sir? sir. Come on now, sir. Thank you for the resub. How you doing this morning? How are the meetings? Goodbye. Take care, and better still, run from this horrible place. Buttface, that's better. Jeez. Follow me, sir. I feel like I need a shower after that. Been off work. Your back is out. Been laid up in bed. Ooh. Is that Monago? It's Lily Twos. Don't think it's Monago. Other Lily Twos.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Unnamed ones.
The light take you!
Mythic Lily Two Song Mistress. So how did you hurt your back? What did you do?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Turns out the 8 claw attacks Lily Twos had are a bug. They're supposed to have 4. Well, at least we know it was a bug.
Simply business.
Have they fixed it yet?
I got this.
Goodbye. No songs for you. Kinky sex. Not really. Moved 75 bags of planting mix, and it pissed your back off. Yikes. Makes you wish you heard it having kinky sex to it, so then at least you got something good out of it, right? Supposedly fixed it twice, so maybe. Okay. 2, 3. So yeah, they got 4 claw attacks and then the tail.
You won't survive me.
I'm done with you.
Easy. Insane prisoner.
Got this one.
This prisoner is mumbling in a rare dialect of Gadarian tongue. We were 6 thieves who entered this prison. Now there are none of us. 5 found easy deaths in battle, and I'm bound to 4 torments: hunger, thirst, cold, and darkness.
What's that there?
All right.
No more ultra deadly Lily Twos. For now.
I think I did something wrong here.
Yeah, you did something wrong, alright?
Did it? It happens sometimes.
It happens.
Let's see what we can do. All right.
Who are you? You're no guard and no servant of Baphomet. Can't see you, but I can smell this is so. And I can smell you're strong. Very strong. Whoever you are, I thank you for my freedom. Please accept my humble gift. Who are you? For your mercy and your martial prowess, I'll grant you the Ashen Death, a death meant to be gifted with respect and love. What? Ashen Curse? And all saving throws. So can we break that curse?
The waiting's never fun.
It's not everything that curse does. I'm hoping there's a way we can remove that at some point. There's another effect? Yeah, I suspect as much.
Here we go.
Become apparent soon enough. Fantastic. Alright, nothing else here. You're here, I can smell you.
They will break against our resolve.
Did you see that?
That's it? She'll be back? Okay. So basically it's just going to be a bunch of random encounters. Including boss battles. Oh, great. Do we at least get something good out of it later? Okay.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Oh, I hate these things.
Endure this.
And boom. Wow. Wow. That's not good.
Victory is worth the pain.
Oh yeah, I love lightning damage. Fun fact, no item in the game actually grants lightning immunity.
Into the fray!
And that's why we have meat shields.
You're in my way.
Why? Holy crap, there's more. I know that's why. I'm just being facetious. At least help. Is that all of them? Please be all of them.
Let's see if I can sneak around.
That's all of them.
This war must end.
Smile, the world's not ending just yet.
Corpse looks as if it exploded from the inside. All the entrails have been eaten away, and the flesh is covered with oily mucus. Tasty.
This one.
It nested inside of him, yeah. He had a bad time.
I can handle it. All right.
He scattered his damned riddles everywhere, baited for thieves like us. We found one right after we got out of the rat tunnel. We were fools.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Ungrateful bastards.
Make every strike count. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Nothing here. Alright, let's quick save it.
Damn you!
Yep.
Is this a mock fight?
Gremlin tends to go insane very easily.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
Indiana Jones it. Perception check failed. Alright, so there's something to see there. We wait for the next boulder. Did that stop the boulders? I think it did. Alright. Oh, lovely. Svendak. Svendak is focused on the prisoners groaning in unbearable pain as they're eaten alive by a swarm of horrible creatures. The voracious monsters look bloated, yet they keep growing in size. My babies, the brood of our Lord himself, you grew up so fast. Look here. Look what tasty meal your mommy has prepared for you. The vile scum of Galarian that has insulted our master. Maybe, as a reward for his death, the great Baphomet will give even your mommy his loyal bitch Arilu, so I can take her place as the archpriestess. And then, my sweet children will ascend and rule. As you can see, fate has been kind to me, and I've had these little darlings. They're all healthy and very hungry. And I'm glad you've arrived just in time for their meal. The sight of a healthy and responsible parenthood is positively charming. Where are you holding the hand of the inheritor? Oh, that little bird got to sit in the sturdiest cage. But you still haven't found it, have you? That's why I asked. And you never will. But I'll gladly show you your own prison. Please wait just a little longer, good angel. We're coming to help you very, very soon. Looking for Dawnflower's kiss. Don't even think about it. All of Apon's treasures now belong to me as the sole inheritor of this prison and its new mistress, even that useless scrap of metal. Tut tut. You don't know the first thing about being a good hostess. I'm mortally offended. I'm leaving. You're right. Is this any way to treat an honored guest? I've completely lost myself in my duties as a mother. What was I thinking? This is a terrible, terrible mistake, and at such an important time, right when I'm asserting myself as the new warden. Please take this as a sign of my apology. I won't take no for an answer. And now, dear guest, I must ask you to leave. My darlings need to eat well, and I don't want to upset them. You brainwashed her. Gives the wearer the ability to summon 2 Labyrinth Demodan destroyers to fight by their side for 2 minutes twice per day. I mean, yeah. Now go in and kill her. That's what I was thinking. Assuming we have the same dialogue. Okay.
see that?
Wow. $180 crit. We'll take it.
Are you still here?
Bzz, bzz, bzz. Bye-bye.
Good guys always win. I got this.
Honestly, I don't even remember killing the last warden, so...
You had
The light will take you.
I mean, it's not unreasonable that I forgot something.
Are we in trouble yet?
Are we in trouble yet? I mean, yeah. I'd say so. We've been in trouble for like a month and a half. 2 months. Okay. One could have mistaken this wretched mortal for a stuffed effigy, if not for the eyes, alive and full of pain. Not anymore. Indomitable, unsure. All the loot. It's about the Ashen Lady. One of the legends described on the remaining pages is covered in scribbles and crossings out. It's said that in past times there lived a blind mortal woman, robbed of daylight from birth. Without ever having seen the true world around her, she lost her mind at a young age and felt a strange passion for things others avoided, like the plague. Above all other pleasures and joys of this world, she cherished death, or the rest of the line is scratched out, and the handwritten notes below read, "The silly woman had never met a succubus." Even though the fate was cruel to her, the woman, dubbed the Ashen Lady, was a kind and generous soul, especially towards those who were to her liking. To them, she would give the most precious gift she could imagine, death. The most fearful, the most artful and beautiful of the ends, she was granted was the Ashen Death. The page is torn, but you can still make out the writing underneath the bedraggled edge. Amateur. Many a mortal was sent to a better place by the Ashen Lady, for she was incredibly skilled and deft at her craft. Seemingly weak and helpless, she could bring out the pity and compassion in those dear to her, and these emotions were followed by a swift death. No one could believe that a blind woman was capable of the kind of treachery and stealth that the Ashen Lady employed. Only those who were destined to die by her hand knew the secret. She would mark her victims with a curse and then follow its scent like a tireless hound. You notice a scrawling on the side of the page that reads drivel. The Ashen Lady would have brought much more misery to her friends and loved ones had she not received retribution for her sins. Upon hearing word that some crafty murderer had surpassed their own misdeeds with her grim accomplishments, Baphomet's cultists disposed of their rival. They captured her and dragged her down into the abyss. The scribble on the side reads, "Serves her right. Let the wretch waste away in our cells." Okay. Nothing special about it. Master, I humbly ask that you double the number of guards under my command. There are now so many captive Galarians and meticulous soldiers that we're being forced to put down the unsupervised surplus. I suggest we remove the guard from the secret passageway where you know whose ghost hides, and reduce the number of sentries at the groaning gate. Either way, no enemy is capable of bursting through them. I would also ask to abolish the need to keep watch over Alderpash's cells. Any guard assigned to his chambers gets immediately corrupted by his bribes and promises, becomes his spy, and then has to be executed at once as a warning to the rest. Beyond that, I would like to report the preposterous behavior of the priestess Svendak. She keeps taking my warriors to perform her sacrifices and demanding that my sorcerers restore the magical barrier around some empty cage every cycle. It's about time someone put that deranged bitch in her place. Bowing before your deathly glory, your unworthy slave, Apon. Sour guts broth.
All right.
Where's these recipes? Right there. So we have 3 of these masks, or no, we have 4. We have all 4 masks now. Okay. Seems the prison warden enjoyed the suffering of her inmates so much she even provided herself with a panoramic view of the prison cells from her office. Okay.
Can't make the demons wait.
I didn't go this way. Yeah. Do need to go back to the ghost. which is here. Is this the sword you were talking about? Vile monsters. The once blessed blade, what have they turned it into? Will you let me be the spark that would drive away the evil that has tainted it? I mean, we can go either way. You make Ember sad if you just kill her. Okay. Can't make Ember sad. You're a true hero. May your bones not languish in this labyrinth and not join the myriad of others. Okay. So many weapons. All right. Wow. 2d6 extra holy damage on hit, and on crit gives them +4 initiative, as well as an extra attack with an extra maximum attack bonus. That is pretty damn insane.
I found, something. Do not,
Oof.
do not waver.
So much for our meat shield.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking. Damn you!
Simply business.
Into the fray.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Incoming.
Yet another obstacle. Damn, son!
They will break against our resolve.
it's your time to cease to exist.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Goodbye.
You won't survive me. Is this a mock fight?
Who needs a tank when you have land just destroy everything? I hate that ability.
Still here?
You're in my way.
Of course.
No glory without risk!
Yep. And now you can't attack.
Good guys always win. Let's see if I can sneak around.
You dispel.
Your force!
Oh no, you again. Let me go. Out of my way. Monago?
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Yep, Monago.
Endure this!
You can let her go? But why would I? After everything she's done, why would I let her go? She's done with you? I mean, when did we let her go? I don't remember. Was that in Alishanera? I don't remember. I just remember that we encountered her. I don't remember what the outcome was. I mean, honestly, I'd rather let her go than chase her down through the entirety of the dungeon anyway.
Let's see if I can sneak around.
course, that's not going to let her. And she got feared by something. I mean, we might not have a choice here. It looks like we're not getting a dialogue to just let her go. Do we have to like take her down to a certain percentage? I mean, she's trapped in here. There's like nowhere for her to run anyway. Morning, Roscoe. Man, if we follow the teachings of Ember, it makes sense that she's redeemable.
Make every strike count. I got this.
Nope. I mean, I didn't have a choice to talk to her. Well, let's hard save it here in case it ends up being too far back of a quick save. Which I don't think it is. Yeah, it was just before this fight. Any headway? Yeah, we've made a little bit of headway. We just started today within this dungeon, so it's a very, very long dungeon.
This is not my time yet.
The light take you!
You've crossed the wrong mark. Did you see that?
Simply business.
Into the fray!
And you can't attack.
Performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Found out what was wrong. What was that?
Beautiful.
Five a.m. It was 0 degrees, and now it's 2. It is Zeta choices. Okay.
Let's have some fun.
Well, I guess we're killing her then. Transparent skin stretched over bones and half-gnawed fingers indicate that the prisoner died of hunger. When I dropped up my daughter off for the bus this morning, it started raining here. Cold plus rain equals a bad time. Hoping it isn't still raining when I go to pick her up. Nothing here.
Let's see what we can do.
A lot of empty cells.
Yet another obstacle.
I got this. Ha!
No glory without risk!
You won't survive me.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Damn you!
This person was in first person. It'd be much more difficult to remember the location on the map. Probably. Probably so.
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
And always talking shit. Nope. It is not ambient. Should be.
Endure this!
The light, take you!
Can't hear anything over the fire.
Make every strike count.
The Flesh Terror. Okay. Bonus attack and... oh, another puzzle.
I found something.
Hello. Darkness that rolls beneath looks impenetrable and somehow carnivorous. Maybe even the darkness, and somehow the darkness itself is a dangerous monster in this insane abyssal realm. Very excessive.
Got this one. The mongrel did it.
You hear heavy breathing nearby, as if someone's extremely close but unseen.
Here we go.
Okay.
I feel like a chosen one.
Oh, the waiting's never fun. Yes.
For the tray.
I can handle it.
There's nothing else here. To interact with, at least.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
I'm all ears.
On it! T! Go!
All right. Let's make this quick.
Hello again.
Good guys always win. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray!
You're in my way.
Let's see if I can sneak around.
What? Just disappears? Maybe we go back to where we were. Maybe that's where she'll be hiding.
All right.
This path is part of the Demon Mythic Paths quest. Oh, okay.
Got this one.
So what's this next code? Six 054. Here we go. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I'm not completely against puzzles, but at least give me a way of figuring that shit out. Other than trial and error. Okay. Some readables around that gives obscure as hell hints. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. $45 DC.
I think I did it.
Yes, you did. Let's have a look around, see what's up this way before we go down further. What is this place?
What's that there?
The drooling Demodan stares at you dully. That is covered with old moldy sheets that haven't been changed in a long time.
All right.
A shelf full of rare arcane tomes, so ancient that even the dust that rests on them is priceless. Okay. Gems in its eyes. Strange place. Alderpash. The room you are in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitant has been dead for millennia. Words coming out of the dead man's mouth catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. The corpse pauses to clear its desiccated throat. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to, and why he hasn't shown up yet. Don't be shy. Have a seat. Eat to your heart's content. When you're someone important, you don't talk business standing up, do you? And we do, indeed, have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath, a destroyer and a conqueror, the great tyrant of Bakrakhan. Doesn't ring any bells? I understand many millennia have passed, and all of them I've spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. It's been a while since I've strolled around Galarian. My heart was still beating back then. It wasn't until later that I became a lich. I wasn't fond of dying a prisoner here, you see. Well, that's all beside the point. The guards tipped me off that you had barged into this prison, and I thought fate might bring you to my doorstep. I've been expecting you since. Rumors about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumors fly free, you see. Can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here in the deepest dungeons, a tale flies by every now and again. About the time you took Dresden from the demons, or about the time a goddess and a demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself and take your measure. I can see you're no stranger to the abyss. Mortal flesh, touched by the spirit of lower realms, distant kin to demons and devils. It seems odd that the responsibility of crushing the abyssal armies has fallen to you. I guess it's true what they say. You fight fire with fire. Want to know more about you? By all means, I see no reason not to tell you. I've got some impressive stories to share. I was a great tyrant in life. The good folk were scared witless of me. And in death, as you can see, my power is nothing to sniff at. I continue my explorations on magic, the kind that your generation knows nothing about. Go ahead, my dear, ask away. So we have a common enemy in Baphomet. Indeed. Alas, I haven't had the pleasure of wounding him by my own hand, although I'd dearly love to spill his guts. Yes, I've heard about your feat. Ever since he rushed back to his abyssal realm and locked himself up in his citadel, everyone's been going on and on about you, my dear. What kind of mortal is it that managed to injure our mighty lord? He won't soon forget you. He may be ancient, but he's such a child at heart. He's been the same ever since he was created. All he cares about are his grudges. Asmodeus wounded him. Lamashtu left him. Ascari doesn't see him as his equal. Reticula refused to bed him. He's a walking collection of scars. His wounds are his essence, so you take heed now. Poor thing. He must be so sad and lonely. People think that demons are made of hatred and malice. But really, they're made of pain and sorrow. If only we could help them. What are your great accomplishments? They don't teach you youngsters anything these days. Then listen well. 10,000 years ago, there was a great empire of Thessalon, and no nation of today could hold a candle to its glory. It was held by Emperor Zen. Then, in accordance with the 7 virtues of rule, his reign was long but ended in tragedy. Zen was deposed by 7 stewards who then split Thessalon between them. They twisted the virtues of rule for the sake of their ever-growing power and created the magic of the 7 vices. By the way, those spells of yours, all those silly schools, they're all based on our concepts, except you lot have lost track of their substance, the power itself over the centuries. These 7 great mages of yore called themselves the Rune Lords, the first of whom was me, Alderpash, Lord of Bakrakon, Rune Lord of Wrath. I'm not going to list all my deeds, that would be boastful, but let's just say I've spilled enough blood to fill all the rivers of Galarian, and the tears my actions brought could fill the same thrice over. Yes, my reign was grand and glorious, and they would tremble at the mention of my name for many centuries to come. You don't look like a villain. Why, that's because I'm not one. They just call me that, and for what? Was putting 7,000 slaves on stakes for their rebellion an act of villainy? Well, maybe. Have a good one, Luna. Have a good day. I had the well-being of others in mind. I gave them a warning so they wouldn't die a horrible death. As for plundering neighboring kingdoms and beheading my servants, there's no evil in that at all. That's just the daily life of any ruler. I'm prone to fits of temper, yes, but only because when there's a good reason. If someone failed me, I'd smite them without mercy, it's true. But such lack of restraint is a part of my power and my talent. That's just how we Rune Lords of Wrath are. Remember, about 1,000 years or so after I was first thrown in here, a woman by the name of Aslanist came to visit. She was a fierce one, too. Ripped my skull off and took it with her as a trophy. Then she went into Bakrakon, found the one who was Rune Lord of Wrath at the time, the 3rd one after me, executed his wife and 7 children. Then made the ruler himself into an undead. She kept whispering to my skull, asking for advice. She really took a shine to me. She was something, that one. The last Rune Lord of Wrath in history, mind you. So I'm not angry with her about the skull. Why would I be? I was reborn from my phylactery anyway, good as new. Where do you keep your phylactery? What a curious question. And what, pray tell you, do you need this knowledge for, my dear? Methinks you shouldn't be troubling that clever young head of yours with secrets like that. Let's say you find out where it is, then what? Let's say you destroy it, but why would you? We're not enemies, we're allies. Besides, you couldn't find it if you tried. I'm no buffoon. My phylactery is hidden in a safe place far from here. His soft, harmful chuckle could have fooled many, but you notice his hand twitching as soon as you mentioned the phylactery. Want to learn more about your research? Oh, my dear, I've been keeping busy with all sorts of things over the centuries. I bet you youngsters haven't even heard a whisper about our magic of sin. When Baphomet locked me in here, he wrapped me up in his spells good and tight. The enchantment was so powerful it bound my soul to this very cell. The things I've attempted to circumvent his handiwork. Conjuring golems to spread my power beyond the walls of this prison, moving my consciousness into other bodies. So many minds obliterated in that particular effort, and all for naught. When I grew desperate, I whipped up some fanciful undead, just to vex Baphomet, and lay waste to his jail. Must have slaughtered half the labyrinth, then stopped. It was too much of a hassle. I'm just bragging at this point. For you to understand my discoveries, you have to study as my apprentice for an age or two. You know what kind of education mages used to get? Far beyond anything they teach these days. Needless to say, I've hidden the most valuable creations and treasures far from this place so that Baphomet can't get his hands on any of them. The guards assigned to me were so kind as to accept a modest bribe and carry them out of the prison to stow somewhere safe. His phylactery, however, was not one of them. Your knowledge tells you that Alderpash could not have removed his greatest treasure from the prison, as it contains his very soul. Baphomet's magic would make no distinction between the phylactery and the Lich's physical body. Tell me about the ineluctable prison. What is it you're interested in? I know a fair bit. My guards, you see, some of them like coin. Some of them are just afraid of me, so they tell me everything. I listen to their confessions each and every day. And that's why I know all about the secret paths through this here maze, and a thing or two about the inmates. How do I find my way through the labyrinth? Well, what do you think demonic pathways are for? Haven't you seen the arcane symbols inscribed all over the place? Those fiendish scribbles are the portals you need. They tie all the cells together, and the demons hop right through them. If there's a place you need that's of any importance whatsoever, it'll have a magic symbol like that. Looking for Iomede's Herald. He's being held here. The noisy fellow? Honestly, all that screaming. I know they're torturing him, but still. I wish I could take his melodious throat and weld it shut with white-hot lead so he'd stop bothering everyone else. But no, can't get to him. They're holding him in the most secure torture room of all. And the warden always keeps that coveted key close by. I have that key. Who in this prison can help me fight Baphomet? Oh, my dear, this dungeon's full of those who wish Baphomet ill. There's a catch, though. Most of them are dead as mutton. Not like me, I mean. Properly dead. Their bones are dust. Nothing but a ghost left. They're not going anywhere. That's the magic of the ineluctable prison for you. They sit here, all locked up, and cry. Oh, how they cry. And when the angel was brought in to be tortured, they all found themselves a cranny to hide in. Take a peek between the stones. You might find someone who can tell you something useful. Tell me about the history. The ineluctable prison is Baphomet's favorite toy, but no matter how much he brags about it, it's not of his making. Back when Baphomet was still lusty young goat, he was itching to impress his mother and lover, Lamashtu. Mother and lover. Ugh. And he thought stealing the Prince of Darkness's most treasured scepter was a fantastic idea. Like any other foolish endeavor, it all ended in tears. Asmodeus caught the thief by the horns, gave him a good spanking, burned his cattle brand on Baphomet's forehead, and threw him into the ivory labyrinth to rot in darkness and utter rancor. That's where the Prince of Darkness made his blunder. As my subjects well knew, before imprisoning a thief, one should cut off both their hands, for that is the only way to wean them off this awful habit. Baphomet called to his esteemed mother, but Lamashtu refused to save such an embarrassment, and our little goat was left all alone. I don't know what he did to get the demon lord Arish Kagal's attention, but she took a sudden interest in his troubles and gave him a clue about how to escape. Don't go thinking she's some paragon of mercy, however. She's still a demon, and her gift was poisoned. In his attempts to make sense of Arish Kagal's words, our goat drove himself quite insane, which undoubtedly brought his benefactor a great deal of entertainment. Yet he managed to solve her riddle, and once he did, he stole the ivory labyrinth and brought it into the abyss. He couldn't leave, you know. Such was Asmodeus's will, but technically he never left. He was still in the maze. A true rascal. The labyrinth became the heart of the realm that he formed in the abyss after his escape. He must have been feeling nostalgic about the good old days. How else can you explain the fact that he turned the seal on his burden? Turned the seal burned on his brow by Asmodeus into his second personal symbol. I guess the little hornhead misses the good old days when he was tortured on the Prince of Darkness's rack. How did you end up here? I was betrayed, my dear. Sorshin, Rune Lord of Lust, was nothing compared to me, yet she wanted to take my place as the leader and found a source of true legendary powers. Naturally, I was furious. Thought I'd do away with the upstart. To even the odds, I made a deal with Baphomet. I borrowed a part of his might and promised to give him Sorshin when I was done playing with her. Oh, she was a wild woman. But the Lord of Beasts came to me and demanded payment when I was just putting my cunning into motion. It goes without saying that Baphomet was more interested in taking me instead of some Sorshin. So under the pretext of me breaking the terms of our pact, he seized me. A show of treachery on his part, yes. What else could you expect from a demon? Rune Lord of Lust, you say? I'm sure I've known at least 3 ladies of certain morals who use that particular moniker. Did you lot have, by chance, a Rune Lord of Veracity? Or bibulousness? Of raucous revels that keep the whole street awake until the wee hours of the morning? The small minds of your generation cannot grasp the higher, mystical meaning of sin. Unsurprising, then, that our teachings have degenerated into your primitive system of magic schools. You're asking if we had the magic of veracity, or gluttony, to be precise. Of course we had. You call it necromancy. The insatiable hunger, the lust for life force, both your own and another's, the manipulation of corporeal energies. Come to think of it, my words are wasted on you, lover of revels. Not all prisoners are allowed this kind of luxury. Don't be fooled. This is all just Baphomet's idea of a joke. That weasel wants to remind me every day how much I lost when he captured me. He went to the trouble of making my cell look exactly like my chambers in Bakrikon. My dear, sometimes I take one look at it, and I just... He stops mid-sentence, clenching his fist until they crack, and you notice signs of repeated, rigorous restoration all around. Looks like Alderpash has had a number of fits of temper over the centuries of imprisonment. Judging by the garishly rich and somewhat tasteless interior of Alderpash's chambers, the notion of luxury hasn't changed much over the ages of its confinement. What sort of business do you have with me? Here's the thing. I've grown weary of sitting here, and I can't escape. I've tried so many things. Every trick in the book. Nothing. Baphomet placed enchantments on me that hold me in this cell and utterly refused to let me walk out the door. And anti-magic spells have never been my forte. I've always believed incineration to be the best defense against enemy sorcery, and here I am, languishing in here. Would you, my dear, kindly help me escape? I'd make it worth your while. What do you say? What do I get for helping? Let's just say I could prove useful to you. Back when I still lived, I was interested in a certain plane called Jandalay. A remarkable place. A chimera of sorts. A graveyard for dead planets. Getting there is tricky, but I managed to capture one of the guardians of that plane. I wore them down in a torture chamber, wringing some of their knowledge from them before they perished. This is part of the rune of Jandalay that offers protection from chaos. A substantial asset in the war with demons, don't you think? Help me regain my freedom, and I'll teach you or your servants how to inscribe this rune. What will you do if you get out of here? Well, first I'll get my kingdom back. I'll enslave the populace, conquer my neighbors, maybe commit genocide against some particularly unruly nation, build myself an army by taking children from their mothers and putting the latter to the sword. Orphans make for loyal troops, you know. I'll clap everyone else in irons and make them work without a moment's rest until my coffers are overflowing. Those who are useless in both war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Charming fellow. Those who are useless in both war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Basically, I'll make myself comfortable and lead a quiet existence without bothering anyone, except everyone that you enslave and kill. I won't help you. Young people are so quick to judge. I was so close to swearing that the misdeeds I'll commit when I'm free won't affect you. Think about this some more, my dear. No rash decisions now.
Let's see if I can sneak around.
Quick save. It's time to release you from your torment. You would raise your hand against me? Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath? I'll teach you some manners, ruffian. Let me just prepare for a fight while you're having fun with my lackeys.